So, have you seen how BDD can really streamline our testing phases? It's almost like having a crystal ball for what the code should do.
Yeah, it helps align the development process with business outcomes more clearly.
Absolutely. And think about how it integrates into sprints. You've got your scenarios defined up front, and then each feature file is like a mini contract between dev and QA.
It does help keep everyone on the same page right from the start.
Right. And let's not forget about the gherkin syntax. Once you get used to it, writing those steps becomes second nature. And it makes the tests so readable, anyone can understand them.
That readability definitely reduces misunderstandings down the line.
Exactly. Plus, automating acceptance criteria directly from user stories ensures that we're building exactly what was asked for. No guesswork involved. Have you tried integrating Cucumber yet?
We did try it out in a small project last quarter.
How did that go? Did you hit any roadblocks?
Not too many, but there were some initial challenges getting everyone comfortable with the language structure.
Oh, that's common at first. But once they see how it ties back to actual functionality, they usually come around pretty quickly. Like when I showed my team how we could map features straight from Jira, it made a huge difference in clarity. Speaking of which, what are some of the challenges you faced during the implementation? I mean, it's not always a walk in the park.
Definitely. One challenge was getting everyone to write good scenarios. It's harder than it looks to capture all the nuances of user interactions in a concise way.
True. And then there's the time investment at the beginning. Getting those initial scenarios right can be quite intensive.
Exactly. And maintaining them over time also takes effort as requirements evolve.
Absolutely. And don't even get me started on the tooling. Finding the right tools that integrate well with your existing tech stack can be a headache. Plus, making sure they support all the languages you use.
That's been an issue for us too. Sometimes we end up with fragmented solutions that don't play nicely together.
And let's not forget about training and buy-in from the entire team. If people aren't fully on board with this approach, it can stall progress pretty quickly.
Yes, especially if folks are used to traditional methods. Changing mindsets isn't easy.
No kidding. It often feels like herding cats trying to get everyone aligned on the same page, figuratively speaking, of course. But once you do, it pays off immensely in terms of reduced bugs and better alignment with business goals.
Agreed. The key seems to be consistent communication and continuous improvement throughout the process.
Absolutely. Consistent communication is key. But let's talk about the advantages. Once you get past the initial hurdles, the benefits are pretty significant.
Definitely. One big advantage is that BDD frameworks help ensure that everyone, developers, testers, and stakeholders, are on the same page from the start.
Exactly. When you have clear, understandable scenarios written in plain language, it minimizes misinterpretations and keeps everyone aligned with the desired outcome.
And it really helps in creating a shared understanding of what needs to be built.
Right? Plus, automating those acceptance criteria directly from user stories means you're always testing against actual business requirements. This reduces the chances of delivering something that doesn't meet expectations.
That automation aspect is great for speeding up feedback loops and catching issues early.
Absolutely. Continuous integration becomes much smoother because your tests are tightly coupled with your code base. And when you run those automated tests frequently, it provides quick feedback on whether new changes break anything.
It definitely helps in maintaining high-quality standards throughout the development process.
And let's not forget about regression testing. With BDD, you can easily reuse existing test cases as new features are added, which saves a lot of time and effort in the long run.
That's true. It streamlines the whole process and makes it more efficient overall.
Exactly. It's like having a safety net that catches potential issues before they become major problems down the line. Definitely, having that safety net is crucial. Now let's talk about how BDD impacts code quality. I've noticed a significant difference in the maintainability and readability of the code.
Absolutely. The emphasis on clear, structured scenarios tends to influence how developers write their code. It encourages modular and well-documented practices.
Exactly. When you have those detailed scenarios, it forces developers to think through the logic more thoroughly, leading to cleaner and more organized code.
And the requirement for automated tests means that developers are more likely to write testable code, which inherently improves its quality.
Right. Testable code often follows better design principles like separation of concerns and single responsibility, which in turn leads to fewer bugs and easier maintenance.
That's true. The focus on behavior also pushes developers to consider edge cases and boundary conditions more carefully.
Which ultimately results in more robust applications. Plus, having comprehensive automated tests gives us confidence to refactor without breaking things, a win-win situation.
It definitely promotes a culture of continuous improvement and higher standards within the team.
Absolutely. Code quality goes up when everyone is working towards a common goal and can easily verify that their contributions meet the required behaviors. Definitely, higher code quality is a huge benefit. Now, let's talk about best practices for writing effective scenarios. This is where the rubber meets the road in terms of making BDD really work.
Absolutely. One key practice is to keep the scenarios simple and focused on specific behaviors. Overly complex scenarios can be hard to follow and maintain.
Exactly. Each scenario should test one thing and one thing only. It's like the old saying, keep it simple, stupid, kiss.
And using clear descriptive names for your steps helps everyone understand what's being tested.
Right. Another good practice is to involve all stakeholders in the scenario writing process. Getting input from product owners, testers, and developers ensures that everyone is aligned and understands the requirements clearly.
That collaborative approach definitely helps catch misunderstandings early on.
Absolutely. Also, it's important to regularly review and refine scenarios as the project evolves. Keeping them up to date with any changes in requirements is crucial.
Regular reviews can prevent scenarios from becoming outdated or irrelevant.
And don't forget to use concrete examples instead of abstract descriptions whenever possible. Concrete examples make it easier to verify that the behavior is implemented correctly.
They provide a clear reference point and reduce ambiguity.
Exactly. Finally, ensuring that each scenario has a clear context, event, and outcome helps in maintaining consistency across different scenarios.
That structure makes it much easier for anyone reading the scenarios to understand their purpose and intent.
Indeed, following these practices not only makes the scenarios more effective, but also enhances collaboration and alignment among team members.